Hello. How's it going? PNTV podcast.
Oh my God!
My name is Purple Thunder. As always, I'm always here. I am inevitable. And we're joined by longtime, most of the time guest, Sam.
Hi.
Jesus fucking Christ. We're also joined by two other fuckfaces, and I wish they would go away. The ringleader of said fuckfaces, the king, is here. How are you doing today, Jax?
Hi, how's it going, everybody?
You're doing well. And finally, last but not least, we have Jake. How's it going?
Yeah.
Jake, you're on much earlier than usual today. What's up with that?
Yeah, my schedule got changed.
To not be late?
Let's talk about Jake's schedule.
Yes.
Oh my god. That's exactly what we needed to talk about. Awesome.
Indeed.
Honestly, the most riveting content.
Yes, because
possibly
it
create.
leads to, as of yesterday, Jacob posted a brand new video. You all should check it out. It's pretty
Okay, we
funny.
can get to that in a minute. Let's talk about Jake's schedule, and that's perfect segue into.
I ruin everything.
Well, Jake, just tell. I want to hear about your life. Okay, tell us the juicy details.
Okay.
Tell us everything.
All right. I work a 7 to 4 now, which is good, great, fantastic. We don't actually have people in the building anymore, so there's no reason to do anything. So yeah, I work 7 to 4.
Are they gonna switch you back?
That's it. Yeah, when we reopen.
Ah, okay.
If we reopen, you know.
Oh.
One of those things.
I don't like that. If.
You know, there's so much confusion and like nobody knows what's going on that like I just accepted it. This is my being.
This is life.
Yeah, we just gotta find out.
Well, yes, as Sam said, are you back to doing YouTube stuff? You got some more videos lined up, or is that just kind of like a one-off one that you hit the people with?
That was one of the many that are coming. I'm actually hoping to record again tomorrow afternoon.
Sweet.
With some new people. We're gonna have some Ultimate Chicken Horse coming out.
Ooh.
Super excited. And yeah, and it'll actually be like some edited content. So we got some good stuff coming.
Sick, nasty. Sounds good to me.
Woo!
Sam, you're still.
Don't talk to me.
Okay.
I don't want to talk to you.
Jackson, how's life going for you? Being indoors like the rest of us, but you're not really like kind of, doing a bunch of YouTube or anything like that. So what are you doing day to day? What's going on?
All right. Well, like first of all, I would be doing more YouTube. I really wanted to do more YouTube, but nobody's coming over
To do things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I still have your camera. So.
Yeah. Also, yeah. You kind of snatched my camera, and I don't know right now. But that's fine. I don't need it because, like I said, no one's coming over. So, yeah, things have been cool. I've been actually getting a lot of schoolwork done now.
That's
surprisingly.
Good.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do anything, might as well be productive, I guess.
Yeah, I've been feeling really good about it lately. Just like knocking stuff off the list that I need to do. I have like a lot of like official stuff that I still need to do, but yeah, most of it's getting knocked out of the way. I'm gonna have a really nice summer, I think.
Sick, nasty.
After all this is over.
That's all you can ask for. Hopefully, summer we can be relieved from our cages.
Yeah.
Or everything just keeps going to shit. I mean, that's totally another option. Yeah. So.
Honestly, I'm so impressed, Jackson, that you've gone through and actually done all your stuff. I am like struggling to want to do anything at all.
Yeah,
that's where I've been. Yeah.
That's like a common thing. Like I've talked to a lot of people about like schoolwork and stuff, and a lot of people are just saying like I don't really feel like doing any of it because like I don't know. There's not a lot of motivation when it comes to like online classes.
And it's just
especially because a lot of the classes were thrown together like really last minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I don't know, just like having a schedule and stuff. I don't know, it just makes me do things more, and like now that I'm like more free, I guess, or like that kind of week period where I didn't have work and I didn't have school or anything, like I was just like, fuck, what do I do? Like this hasn't happened in years where I just have no obligations, and then I can't even just be like, because 9 times out of 10, if I have like nothing official going on, like no school, no work, it's instantly like, all right, who can I hang out with? There's like, it's been years since I've just done absolutely nothing, and I'm like, fuck, man, what do I do? And it was too much.
And also, like, for me, it's not as big of a deal because first of all, I only have one class actually that I have to be doing right now.
Gotcha.
And second of all of the stuff for that class is due on April 14th, so I kind of have to be getting that stuff done.
Ah, okay, right around the corner.
Yeah, but right after all that stuff is done, I have a very, very long summer ahead of me.
Sweet. Can't complain.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, go for it.
You complain first.
Ad-libbing.
One thing that for me too has been a really big kill in the motivation is I'm actually a senior this year, right? I took all my classes basically just over the course of 2 years.
Are you graduating?
So I'm graduating in May, but not really, I guess. So that's like, you know, I'd be the first person since my grandpa to have done it in my family, and like not being able to have that ceremony is no, I mean you can do whenever you want to, man. But you know, it's just it would have been a really big thing for me personally, and now it's just not really a thing. Like, yeah, cool, I did it, but the ceremony part is kind of disappointing that I can't do that anymore, you know.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be just weird.
Funnily enough, both of Emily's sisters would be graduating in May because her older sister is in college and her younger sister is in high school, and now they're gonna have like this big old joint graduation thing, and now neither of them will be doing anything fancy.
Bye. I didn't realize that shocking Neil fact though.
Yeah. Well, and I think even before, there aren't that many.
What if Brock in the middle of the night kills you, Jake, and then goes to college? Then what?
That would be a truly shocking news.
That would be that would be quite the fucking play. So he can be the first Neil Censor grandpa.
Well, he'd probably have to kill Callie too.
Yeah.
Damn it. Brock will have to commit 2
dude.
family homicides in order to make this happen.
There's a lot of fucking murder happening right now.
Yeah. Damn.
Speaking of, kind of impressed that there's not a million murders going on in my town because people are getting crazy too. People
You
are
have to go
mad.
outside to murder people.
Well, they are. And then they're mad that the other people are outside with them.
There's
It's
like
my turn to go outside, Jerry.
Yeah, there was like a fucking there's like the Facebook page that I think my family's a part of that just like for the neighborhood, and there's people on there that complain about people being outside, but like they're also outside to gain this knowledge of people being outside. I'm like, why? What, you're exposing yourself in this process. I don't see that timeline happening. Brock, you don't want to kill your friends and family in order to become the first Neil Censor grandpa to graduate?
That's when Brock says, I don't think college is in the picture.
Don't worry, Brock. Well, yeah, like I said, like I've been streaming a lot more like very recently, but yeah, during like that whole like 2-week-ish stretch where like the world was just beginning to become fucked, at least for me, I was like just pretty much doing nothing, and I was like shit. But now I'm streaming more and doing YouTube stuff, so, and school's back on, so I wonder what Isaiah's been doing. Sounds like he's been playing Smash rather than making his YouTube videos. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah,
he's actually watching people play Smash right now. He's like doing the betting thing.
Oh, that's even worse. I thought you were gonna say he was like watching like film or something, like he was studying matches or something. No, he's
No, he's betting, and they're having fun.
That's good. I mean, at least it's fun. Could be worse. Could be just being painful.
fun to be worse.
Yeah. Sam, do you want to talk now?
I guess I can.
What do you mean, I guess?
What do you want me to talk about?
Nothing, Sam. I want you to sit in this call and
if
say
you
nothing.
want me to talk, I'll damn talk. You understand me, boy?
Well, I don't know what you think this is. Where I just plead you to answer my questions while we're on the podcast.
No, okay. You want me to talk about my content?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a frick ton of footage no editing software, and I have been choosing the wrong way to rely on Major to talk to him. So Corey has told me what I need to do to contact him, and
Yes.
I'm going to contact
Talk
him
amongst
tomorrow
yourselves.
to talk to him and hopefully get an editing software. Other than that, I have a plan just in case. But yeah, there'll be a bunch of videos when that happens, because I quite literally have like 10 hours of footage that I can just sift through and make stuff out of.
How much of it is VOD stuff? Is it all VOD stuff?
A lot of it's almost all of it's VOD stuff.
Do you want me to come in clutch? Do you want me to make some Shadow of the Colossus Sam Neill simp videos?
You know what? You damn well can if you wanna. I won't
can?
force you.
Okay, interesting. Well, I keep having this like really scary vision because your YouTube channel pops up now that I'm like the editor for it or whatever, like that setting. And I have this scary thought I'm gonna accidentally upload a video to your channel and it's just gonna be like one of my videos. And I'm just, hey Poke Kids, Purple Thunder here. And they're gonna be like, what the fuck? That would be quite the timeline.
That'd be actually pretty funny.
Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm replacing Sam Neill. Just want to let you guys know.
This is now a collab channel.
This is now a Kingdom Hearts 3 channel. We're just only going to be playing Sora.
Yes, after I... Oh, God.
Oh, God. Well.
Oh, God.
What can we... Jackson,
But
what
yeah,
have... did you play more Mystery Dungeon, or are you done with Mystery Dungeon?
I haven't played more yet. Sorry.
No,
wanted to.
I was just wondering, actually.
I haven't been playing a lot of video games again.
We played
Oops.
Overwatch.
We
for the
played
first time in
Overwatch last
forever.
night.
Yeah.
But like, other than that, I haven't been really doing. I don't know why. I've just been like, I've been walking outside.
You've been enjoying life. You've been
My life
a
has been
real
really
person.
boring. Okay, like I clean the house, I cook, and then I walk outside. That's all I do.
Honestly,
Indoors.
that sounds like the life, man. Like, I kind of want to just.
You think I
do
play
it,
fucking
like-
video games? I go outside, nerd.
Oh yeah, and then I also have been doing schoolwork. And then every morning, not every morning, but like sometimes I play Animal Crossing.
That's what's up. I actually haven't played
Yeah.
Animal Crossing in a hot minute. I'm at the point now where I just have to
Yeah.
grind for bells, and I really don't want to do that. And I know that's like really the main content of the game.
Yeah, but I think the game's kind of slowing down for me too.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I mean, I haven't even gotten everything unlocked. Like, I can't terraform or anything yet, but I know I have to get like whatever, like a bunch of bells.
Me
And now that
either.
it's April, the fucking the blue butterfly that I kept farming is gone now. So I don't know what to do.
Well, now you could mess around with the bunny. You know, get all those
The
eggs
eggs.
when you're just trying to fish.
Yeah,
and do
exactly. That's pissing me off too. I got all these damn eggs. I was like, oh cool, look at all these eggs. I was like, oh fuck, more eggs. Just want some damn
And then-
wood.
I just want a
It's kinda-
freaking fossil.
It's kind of like that game has a peak where like you get to a point where everything that you have to do is like your own choice to do it,
Mhm.
where there isn't anything new being introduced. I'm pretty sure after the ever since the KK show for me, they like, yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
No, sorry. It's just like you ended it with the KKK camp coming in. I was like, oh, pretty intense.
I haven't even gotten KK yet, so.
Well, after the show, it's when you unlock like terraforming and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, there pretty much isn't any more.
There's no like
News
new
from-
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Is there like a max to how many villagers you can have? I assume there
10.
is.
10.
10? Okay. I think I'm very far off
Yeah.
from that. So like with KK, he just said my island needs to be cooler and really didn't give me too many specifics. So I'm
You just
kind of
gotta get-
lost. Yeah.
You just gotta get to 10 villagers, pretty much.
And then KK's like sub bitch, and then you can terraform and do whatever.
Yep. And the thing, also when he plays, the credits roll. So I think it's kind of like.
Oh, that's supposed to be the end. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, it's also like, you know, still a sandbox game.
Yeah, I mean,
know
yeah,
automated.
obviously. I guess it's just a good indicator that there's nothing pushing you forward besides your own
Yeah.
will.
Yep. One thing that I think is kind of interesting about this Animal Crossing game that I don't really like is it feels like they don't, like, all the villagers don't have nearly as much personality as they have in the past.
They straight up don't.
They
Yeah,
just don't.
I agree.
Like they're less entertaining. I don't know if you have seen like the letters on Twitter of like the old and like the GameCube animals.
Yeah.
They're just straight up assholes to you, and you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
that
I
was
heard the same
offensive.
thing. Forrest told me that they toned down on a lot of the meanness
Yes.
because it made kids cry.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
that a
think they
thing? Like they
should've
straight up
kept it.
took out Mr. Rossetti because he made kids cry or something like that.
He scared the living shit out of me.
Probably.
He made sure I
Oh, yeah.
returned that fucking reset. Like, I was gonna say if they brought him back and like made him just as good as his glory days, I would have gotten
Yeah.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, that was one of those things where like it totally could have been. It feels almost just like a little bit censored. Like it could have been so much better than it was. But and even like just in the sense of even beyond their personalities, like one of my favorite things about the other games was the chores that you had to do for the villagers. Like one villager's like, hey, I have these flowers, can you plant them for me? And you're just like, okay, I'll do that for you, I like you. And then they give you nice things. I've had that happen one time. I've had them ask me for one thing and they're like, yeah buddy, can you get me one of them wharf roaches? And I was like, yeah.
I'm
and then I
down.
got it, and then he gave me like a dog house, and I was like, sick. And that was it.
Darn.
I want like, it feels like I just want more personality out of the game, and it doesn't quite have that.
I got you.
On the subject, I agree because I was just talking to my housemates the other day about how you can definitely tell after a little while that there are villager archetypes, and that the game just kind of like takes the model and then puts it over an archetype. So like you have the villager that likes working out.
Oh
and they say
yeah,
a lot of
I
things
think
about
I
working
think
out.
Chump was in my chat and he said one of his villagers legit has the exact same dialogue as one of my guys, but they're just like a different
Exactly.
animal or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing that mega sucks is that when you have like, so I have Rodeo in my village,
Hmm.
and I got Egbert as well, and both of them fulfill the same archetype. They're like the weirdos, quote unquote, that like talk to bugs or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and like they
just say the
both
same shit.
Yeah, they both say the same stuff. So there isn't really like a difference in personality.
That's lame.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't played older Animal Crossing, so I don't know if each animal has like a different personality in the older games or not. But
It has always had a personality type kind of thing, but I don't think it's ever been quite to the extent of it's the same fucking line for everybody.
gotcha. Dang. Guess new Animal Crossing is a blow up. Sorry guys, bad game.
I think there's some really good things about it.
No,
but
it's been fun so far. I just think I'm hitting the point where it's like if you're not a mega fan or if you don't have like homies to play with, then you're probably like, all right, this was a cool 30 hours or whatever. I'm good now.
Yeah, I need to check and see how many hours I've sunk into the game.
I think
definitely
I'm
like
about 30 right now.
for like 2 or 3 weeks straight. I played it like every day because I was like really hooked on it. But like then I kind of like reached the KK thing. I reached the peak of the game, and I don't know. I don't really have anything else that I want to do besides like renovate my island. I guess personally.
Well, at the very least, they're going to be doing events and stuff. Hopefully, they fix future ones so everybody's not just irritated about them. Because I haven't even heard really people excited about the Easter one. It's just people complaining about the fucking eggs and how they're everywhere. So hopefully,
I think
future
part of
ones they do something.
Part of it too is that this was super drawn out. Like, it started like so long ago, and it's gonna last until this weekend.
Yeah.
I don't know. A whole week-long event seems crazy to me, but I know some people like work weekends and shit. But you know,
Yeah.
Ooh,
Well,
you want to talk about some real life drama? I'm mad at
okay.
okay.
What's up?
Lowe's. I have a bone to pick with my business.
Okay.
They set out this giant tagline saying, "Oh, like we're giving our workers a break," so they're giving them Sunday off, right? Not motherfucking night stock. Night stocks to go. Actually, night stock gets that Saturday off, but I assume that most Lowe's do this. But the work schedule for night stock is that it's 2 separate crews who work 2 different times, like during the week. So like one is Sunday through Wednesday, and the other one's Thursday through Sunday. And it's only Saturday night for Night Stock, so one half of their crew gets the day off, and the other half is just like, well, no day off. That's it. That's the end of my rant. Thank you for participating.
Do you get paid for it?
Nope.
No, I mean, like, would they get paid for it?
No. It's
so-
it's not even a paid vacation. It's just literally they're telling you don't show up to work.
Yeah, so that's not even like a day off. That's just like a, hey, we don't want to fire you yet, but accept reduced hours, and we'll try and say it the nicest way we can.
Get fucked.
Basically it was a get fucked.
Yeah, I was just mad about it. That's it. We can go back to video game talk now.
Hey.
Fuck. What games are we playing? Is anybody playing any cool single player games that we haven't talked about already?
Resident Evil. But I think we've talked.
I'm gonna eventually play that. I'm 2 followers away from fucking playing Resident Evil, and I'm not excited.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
I'm excited about hitting 50 followers. Not excited about playing Resident Evil. That's for sure.
That's right. You don't like scary games, right?
Yeah, that's why that's the goal. Because it was Bossum. Bossum was like, I don't even know what the conversation was. I think I was just talking about like what games should I play on stream, like what would you guys want to watch, and he was like, oh, you should play that new Resident Evil, and I was like, well, I'm just a big bitch and I don't really like anything scary, like scary movies or scary games or anything. And he was like, oh, Chomp infiltrated the arena, but that's fine. He's just giving it a good watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I was like, yeah, I'm just a big bitch with scary games and stuff. And he was like, oh, that'd make it better. I was like, oh, I don't know. I feel like it's such a new game. People would want to tune in and see what it's about. And he was like, no, it'll make it. People like the reactions. I was like, I guess that's true. So I was down. I was like 15 followers away when I put it as my goal, and then now we're like 2 away. And that was only like a couple days ago. Because I was like, oh yeah, this is like kind of far off. No. But literally, like, probably the next time I stream public arenas, we'll hit that goal. So
I'm pumped.
I just want people to watch it. I refuse to play Resident Evil for like 0 viewers. I'm gonna turn that shit off instantly.
Sad.
That's what I'm about. Other one-player games. Has anybody?
I mean, has anybody here gotten Persona 5 Royal?
I'm going to at some point,
No.
but I have not yet.
I didn't even know if it was out. I was just making a guess because
Yeah.
I saw some people talking about it.
Balin got it, and he's been texting me about it like on and off.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I've heard
Good for him.
good things about it. Like, obviously, it's still Persona 5, so probably still a pretty good game. And then they added a bunch of stuff and took away some bullshit. So, sounds like it's a recipe for success.
You know, with the exception that it's the same game.
Yeah.
So I'm still like, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I think there's other things that are more important for me to get first.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
You know, someday when it's like $24.99 at, you know, used price.
Yeah.
I'll get it.
Yeah, there'll be a day when Jake just gets a feeling, like
Yeah.
when we
It's
go
time
to
for
the
Persona
tech
again.
today.
Well, yeah, when I bought it, it came out 2017 on PS4, I believe. I think it came out 2016 on PS3 and then got re-released on PS4, if I'm not mistaken. And I bought it in 2019 for like less than $30, like from the PSN store, like not even used. So
and it's still like a good game, and also it's very long, so you're gonna get a lot of content in it too. So
yeah,
it's just, especially after playing the base game, which is like 100+ hours potentially of gameplay, like Royal probably doesn't seem too appealing right now.
I guess it's just pretty much for mega Persona fans that probably played Persona 5 like on release and they're like, dang, need a new game, and then they drop this. This is not for people like me or like, I guess the rest of us who like didn't really play Persona on release, or we're not like we're not like mega fans of the series. Like, it's not like we're against it or anything, but I don't think any of us have played the older games, have we?
I have played part of a
The
there's
golden.
like the
Persona 4 Golden?
the DS one. Yeah.
Oh, the DS one? That's like Persona Q
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, Persona Q.
Okay,
But
those were
the
like
reason-
those are kind of spin-off games, which is funny because Persona itself is a spin-off series of SMT. But
SMT is great though.
yeah. Yeah, but so obviously we're not like mega fans of the series or anything like that. We haven't played too many of the old ones, or at least mainline. So yeah, I think it's probably not. We're not the target audience, but I think eventually in the future I'm gonna play it because Persona 5 is really fun. So I think I'm gonna try 3 and 4, and maybe see what those are about. And then once I do those, if I'm like, ah shit, gotta play again, I'll bust out Persona 5R.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like it has like enough changes in it, both aesthetically and gameplay wise, and storyline wise also, because they added some characters and stuff that it's like at least semi interesting to me.
Yeah.
Just not right now. Just not right now. I have other games to
For
play.
sure. I feel dirty saying like, oh, I already played through the first one and like the new one doesn't change so much, because I've played Pokemon Platinum, I've played Ultra Sun. I played Ultra Sun! I have no excuses to not play Persona 5R. I've completed Ultra Sun. Therefore, can't complain about it being a new game but not having a lot of new stuff.
To be fair, one excuse can be the fact that it's like 1.5 times more expensive.
That's true. That's very true. But still, Ultra Sun, I think that is the saddest $40 I've ever spent in my whole life. I've bought some dumb shit in my life, but I think Ultra Sun, Ultra Sun is definitely up there. God damn it, Pokemon. Can't wait to buy Sharp Sword and Strong Shield, though.
Duck Hunt's the one dog I don't like touching.
Damn.
Why'd you say it like that?
Yeah.
Because...
Wait, why is he the one dog?
I'll touch all other dogs except for Duck Hunt.
Every other dog.
Yes, I will pet all dogs.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Get your minds out of the gutter, okay?
Did you just hear what Sam just admitted to? He's gonna touch L-Dog, dude.
Dude! L-Dog! Oh, fuck.
L-Dog?
I'll pet L-Dog.
Dude, gotta get me some L-Dog.
L-Dog.
Still, I mean,
We gotta get L-Dog
I
on
guess
the
we've
podcast. one day.
spoken once, but
Through
like-
Discord, right?
yeah, but I couldn't even really tell his voice because everybody was screeching at the same time.
Oh my god. They were all screeching and like the internet was bad, so we had like the Windows 95 Sam
Yeah.
trying to understand what was going on, and it was just
Depression.
a mess. But it was good. It was a good time.
I'm just thinking of like what's going on in One Player World, in case anybody was like up to date. Because I mean, this is quarantine time, baby. This is if you were looking for a chance to play some games and you're like, damn, just so busy. Now would be the time to get it out there for most people. Sam, before you say something about your life not being very different in
No,
quarantine.
I wasn't going to. I wasn't.
All right.
but-
I actually have one.
Okay,
that
hit me.
I
started-
like how you prepared.
What?
Corey is saying, Sam, we don't need to know.
No, I
Yo,
was
Axel,
having
what's
a
up?
real hankering for Pokemon, and I was like, I don't want to play any of the actual Pokemon games, so I started doing Emerald Randomizer, and I was like, this is cool.
That's dope.
I'm having a good time. And it's cool because a lot of the other randomizers, like, I want to come in and say, I want all the Pokemon to be different types and have different moves, and then like they look the exact same, and I was like, it's kind of sad. But
Yeah. I think
the guy who did
I think.
the guy who did the Emerald one made it so like the colors of the Pokemon change,
Oh shit.
and you can have it change according to their type and stuff. So
That's actually cool.
it's cool. It's cool. I'm having a good time. I'm on literally the first route, but you know I started it last night. I was like, this is great.
That's dope.
I'm enjoying myself.
I've always wanted to do a randomizer of like one of the 3DS games, since that's possible now. Because I think
it
that'd
is?
be the most fun, yeah. Because 3DS emulation is a thing. And at least of like X and Y and OROS is the last game I know of that you could do randomization. Me and Jackson did randomized Mystery Dungeon, which wasn't actually as funny as we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, we thought that we were
actually
gonna get like didn't we get like default like normal partner
Yeah, like the
Pokemon
main
and everything?
characters are all the same. It was just like the Pokemon in the dungeons were different. We were like, oh, okay, this isn't exactly.
Yeah, like
what we
wouldn't it be funny if like Wigglytuff was like a Sunkern or something?
Yeah, but no, that is not exactly what happened, unfortunately.
Sad.
Maybe
That would've been
it's for
great.
like one of the older ones because we did what, like Explorers of Time or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and maybe that exists for something older.
Which I've been thinking about it. I really hope they remake that game.
Explorers of Time.
Yeah.
I would love that. I think I keep forgetting. I want to make a video before like Mystery Dungeon is completely irrelevant again. I want to make a video talking about like we should support the new Mystery Dungeon so they can see that people care about spin-off games. I think most people care about spin-off games more than they care about the mainline at this current moment.
Bring me back another Pokemon Ranger.
Yes.
Ranger's badass. I don't know how they would do that on the Switch though.
It'll never happen again.
Yeah, I don't know
But,
how they
you
would do
know,
that on Switch.
That was a fun spin-off game. There
Is the-
was
Go for it.
the one that was like based on Chinese. It was like strategy stuff. Fuck, I don't remember what it was called.
Pokemon Dynasty?
Conquest.
I said Dynasty,
Conquest,
yeah.
that was good, dude.
Yeah, it's basically Pokemon in Imperial Japan.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a little off kilter of me, but
No, you're good.
there's a lot of really unique spin-off games. There was also like the bobblehead one that was just garbage.
Snap? Or no, not Snap. Rumble.
No.
Rumble.
Yes.
Rumble.
Hey,
Yeah.
me and Brock like that.
Yeah.
Rumble, you could buy like, those were like amiibos before amiibos. I feel like I think those were Wii U. You could buy like the little Rumble guys from GameStop or whatever.
Yeah.
put 'em
It was like based on the Spyro battle, whatever.
Oh, Skylanders! Skylanders
Yes.
slap, bro. I got tons of Skylanders. I totally didn't try to sell them to GameStop, and they said they didn't take them. No.
no way.
Guys, I think we're missing out on the ultimate fucking Pokemon side game experience.
What's that?
Pokepark Wii.
Oh, fucking Pokepark, bro!
Do you remember that?
I always wanted like those games that use like not a NFC. But what was like the Wii thing where you could like connect to the DS? What was the service for the
Oh.
Wii? I don't remember what it was.
That's a major question.
There was
I
like whatever the
actually don't
service was. It shut down, unfortunately. Like obviously after the Wii U came out, but like I could never figure out how to connect my stuff to the internet when I was younger, like my DS and stuff. And I always wanted to do that, like the Pokepark shit with like Heart Gold and like Diamond and Pearl. I feel like you could do that. Never got.
Speaking of weird like technology, did you did you guys ever have the GameCube piece of equipment that you like put on the bottom of the GameCube?
Yes.
And you put GBA games inside, and you're just like,
Oh, one of
and
my
then you play,
homies
like-
had that. That was the coolest shit ever.
yeah,
You finally that was first console Pokemon.
yeah, that was, oh wow.
Too bad you like actually don't need that anymore. But back in the day, that was the coolest shit ever. To play GameCube or like Game Boy games with a GameCube controller, I was like, damn, this is the shit right here.
On the subject of single-player games, I've been playing the Devil May Cry games, like in
Oh, that's what's up.
chronological order.
Are you still playing 3 or are you done with 3?
I'm playing 1 right now.
Gotcha. Did you
So,
finish
in
3
case-
or were you not playing 3?
I finished 3.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
finished 3. Actually, I finished it in Germany.
Gotcha.
So it's been a little while. But like, if anybody's interested in getting into it, the Devil May Cry 3 is the first one in the series in chronological order. And then after that is Devil May Cry 1.
Ah.
So if people are interested, both 3 and 1 are on the eShop right now, and they're actually both also really cheap. I think 3 is like $20 and 1 is like $10. They usually go on sale.
Gotcha. Isn't 2 like notoriously bad or something?
Yeah, I've been told not to play 2. I don't know enough about it, but I've just been told not to do it, and you know that's fine with me. I don't have to spend any more money.
Yeah.
When
If
open
the
world
fans of the
box
game
tells
say
you.
it's bad, then I'll believe them.
If you were to play 3 first, would it compromise your experience playing 1? Do you think? Like, has the quality improved that much?
So 3 is actually like a mega. It's like it's kind of like a remaster, but they also added some new gameplay mechanics and stuff. So the gameplay is on top of the fact that 1 came out in like 2001, I think. 3 is also was also already varied from the get-go, but now it's even more varied. It hasn't really compromised my experience or anything, just because I want to see the story progress. Because I'm trying to play up until 5, which is the newest game. So how I'm doing it is I'm playing 3, then 1, then 4 on the PS4, and then 5 on the PS4.
Gotcha.
Wow.
4 is also really cheap, I have been told.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it's pretty much just going to be getting like more varied, higher quality as I go along, except for like the jump between 3 and 1. But I didn't really mind it that much, just because it's kind of cool seeing like this old ass game and like how things were different when the game first started. I don't know.
That's
it's kind of
sick.
fun. It's kind of charming.
What's your thought process behind? So are you a chronological guy, or are you a release order guy normally?
I'd say chronological.
Is it just like personal preference, or you're like, fuck, I gotta get the juicy details?
I just like stories, and I like watching stories play out, I guess.
I gotcha.
And it makes the most sense to me personally to go chronologically, just because like, oh, this thing's happening in the plot, and plus like when I play a game, I get like really invested into the game. Like I don't really think about, like, as I'm playing Devil May Cry 1, I don't really think about like, oh, like this is how it was in Devil May Cry 3, because like the taste of Devil May Cry 3 is out of my mouth when I'm playing 1, because I like am so invested in it.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Okay.
So
For me,
it doesn't really bother me that much.
Gotcha. For me, I usually do release order, just because like, I don't know, I kind of like that feeling of like, so for instance, let's take like Borderlands. So there's Borderlands 1 and 2, and then there's the pre-sequel, which comes out after 2, but just takes place in between 1 and 2. And I liked playing the pre-sequel after 2, because I don't know, I just like that feeling of like, oh shit, like now you're getting like the full picture, because you're seeing all of what happened in between, I guess. And that's totally like personal preference, obviously, like doesn't matter to me what people do either way, but for me that's how I enjoy it, where you're like, it's kind of like that big surprise moment where you're like, oh fuck, so like this is what was happening the whole time.
I think the good thing about Devil May Cry 3 is that it's like very highly acclaimed, so you kind of get a feel for how it's a really good like indicator for how you're gonna play the rest of the series.
Gotcha.
Just because like it's just pure Devil May Cry action, I guess.
That makes sense. That's dope.
Dude, I like DMC, the one that nobody likes.
Oh, the reboot.
The other Dante.
Yeah, the one that everybody hates.
and it's weird. It's weird too, because Connor, I think, was over at our house recently, and we went on a walk together, and I told him that if you get a Switch, like you can get a bunch of awesome games that you missed out on, like BioShock's coming out.
That's true.
It's
And
a freaking dope series.
yeah, and I mentioned Devil May Cry 2 and how I've been into it, and he's like, oh, I don't really know if I'd be into that. Like, it doesn't really look like my style. And I was like, fucking, you're talking to Jackson Curtis. My style is just a bunch of, like, childish shit. Like, honestly. But, I was surprised. Major said the same thing, that he didn't expect me to get into it so much, but it's just fun.
That's dope. My problem with like doing it like chronological is kind of like what Jake was talking about, where like sometimes that's definitely a thing where like you'll play in like one of the newer games, but they technically take place first, and then you'll go back and play the next game, but it's like older IRL, and it's like it definitely feels like an old game, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to play this. So it's like that happens. Like that's pretty much what's like Kingdom Hearts. Like if you try to play Birth by Sleep, which is technically the first one, and then you go play Kingdom Hearts 1, which is like whatever, like 10 years older than it, you're like, oh shit, I can't play this shit.
Give me a second.
Yeah,
I have to go cover my dog.
Okay.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, I totally understand that mindset.
Jake, what are you? Are you chronological or release order?
I'm actually someone who doesn't like a lot of the games that I play don't end up being weird time-wise. Like that I don't know what it is for me, but I don't end up. Maybe it's I don't end up playing a whole lot of series kinds of games.
Gotcha.
But I never really have. I never really run into games that are like this one is
Like a
before this
franchise,
one,
yeah.
and yeah. So
What about like
you know,
movies? What about like Star Wars? Do you watch Star Wars? Do you care about Star Wars?
No, I don't give a single rat's about Star Wars.
Okay. That's the only example in my head I can think of movies that come out in weird order. So I don't know why I
mean,
went there.
Like I guess something that I'm a fan of that does have like an order sort of is like Marvel. Like I'll watch all the Marvel movies that come out as they come out, and I kind of don't really care about the thing. But I think movies and games are really different in that sense. I think if I did care about it, as long as it wasn't like playing one game is gonna make me not enjoy playing another one, like I'll play it in whatever order I should play it in.
Just as long as you're not a monster and you like don't do either. You just play whatever the fuck game you want, and then you're like, oh yeah, I just played like Devil May Cry 4, now I'm gonna go play Devil May Cry 2. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Idiot.
I think the only time I've ever done that was for watching anime, and it was watching JoJo's.
I don't know anything about JoJo's. I know that there's like a different main character for a bunch of them or something.
No, they're all JoJo.
They're all of like the same family line, and but it is all different like protagonists.
Yeah.
But I just remember that, like, the only time I've ever done something like that is if I know absolutely nothing about the series, and then I'm like, none of this matters to me. I don't know what's happening.
Well, shit.
I actually got reminded of this today too. If anybody's interested in playing Castlevania, there's a couple of old Castlevania. There's like 4 old Castlevania. They're all bundles actually.
That's dope.
So yeah, so if you want to play Castlevania on the PlayStation, you can play Rondo of Blood, which is the one that features Richter, and then Symphony of the Night, which features Alucard and also kind of Richter. So
I've heard Symphony of the Night is badass. So.
Yeah, Symphony of the Night's like the famous one. And then on the Switch, you can play a bunch of variants of Simon Belmont games.
Those are like the old ones,
right? Yeah, like the original one, but then you can also play the one that was the remake on, I don't remember what console it was on, but...
Well, shit.
Jackson, are you like a Metroidvania kind of player, or is it just like you saw that kind of thing?
I was only interested in Castlevania because I liked the aesthetic of it. And I was also getting hyped for Smash Brothers because I saw Richter and I was like, I don't know who this is, but I know the Castlevania is really famous and stuff. And the bundle came out on Halloween of 2018, and I just thought that was pretty dope. So I went and played the Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night bundle thing, and also like I said, really really cheap but really fun game, especially if you want to like kind of like culture yourself in gaming, I guess.
That's dope.
Jackson's the reason I don't play Castlevania. He told me that I would not like the game, and I trust him.
I thought you were gonna say like Jackson is the reason I don't like Castlevania because he ruined it or something. I was like, damn.
No, Rondo of Blood is definitely like, it really made me mad, and if it made me mad, then it's gonna make Sam like explode.
Made you mad like because it was hard, or like the plot, or
just because it was hard? Just because it was hard. Yeah.
I'm glad that Jackson thought of that for me. That's just all I wanted to say.
Yeah. There's a few bosses in that game, and it's just like,
oof. Yeah. If a game is like even relatively hard, that's a super turn off for me. Like, cause I'm such a fucking. I feel like I'm just really bad at video games, and like I'm just like fucking like if I can't beat something or like figure out how to do something like by second or third try, I instantly look up a guide. I'm like, fuck this shit. I don't want to figure this out.
I'm really bad at video games too. I just have like a really fucking awful, like, my brain thinks really slowly, I guess. I don't react very well to things.
Yeah.
So like that's like one of the reasons why like I feel like I've hit cap in Smash Brothers, especially where I can't get any better than I already am, just because like my brain doesn't work that way.
That makes sense.
It doesn't work that fast, I guess.
For me, I'm just mega impatient, so I just want to move on. Like most of the time, I'm not motivated to do like side quests and shit. Like I just want to move on. But then I hate games where it's like you have to do side quests, so you level up to get to the next. Like most of the time, that's the situation. Like you can't just do the main quest. But it's like, fuck, man, I just want to play the main game. Like this is what I signed up for. I don't want to go fucking fetch your head of lettuce for you, stupid.
I've stopped playing JRPGs because every time I go through the same cycle and everybody around me gets disappointed in me alongside myself.
Yeah, I'm so mad at you, dude. I need
What were you playing?
Every JRPG that I've ever recommended to him, he has gone through about 40%.
You
of the
played
game,
Final Fantasy
35
VII
to
at
40%.
PNTV Crossover 1. What happened? I thought that was dedication.
Yeah,
You were playing
no.
at the tournament. I was like, damn,
He's
Sam really
never
likes this game.
finished. Sam,
Yeah.
have you finished that game?
Let's not talk about that. Let's
Yeah.
talk about other people. Let's not mine.
Every single time I'm like, hey, dude, you'd like this one. And he's having a good time. And we're like both playing it together. Like we'll play it like for 20 hours in the first week at like a low level of interest anyway. And then all of a sudden Sam's just done. And I'm like, I want to finish the game. I want to talk about it with you still. And he's like, nah.
I wish I had that. I've never been
don't-
able to do that before, where it's just like, yeah, I'm going to play the single player game at the same time somebody else. Wow, Sam. Do you not cherish the brotherly bond you have?
is going.
But I just like, I'm like, Sam, oh, you're gonna really like the story moment that's coming up. I don't spoil it. I'm like, but you know, this you should stay invested. Like it's worth it.
Well,
And,
I mean,
you know,
look up
then
the
he
ending of
doesn't.
Persona 5, so
I'm so mad at you. I'm just.
That's the ultra give up moment. Like, there's no chance of going back if you just look up the ending.
Oh.
There's no chance of going back. You will never ever be motivated to play it if you're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna look up the
If
ending.
you look up spoilers to Xenoblade 2, I will disown you. Like that game, you were like right at the pinnacle of when all the shit went real, and then you're like, yeah, I'm never playing this again. It's like,
Wait, which one?
It's like ultimate fucking blue balling. Like I just want him to get there, and I want to see his reaction and have a good time.
Well,
He's
so
like, nah.
here's how the cycle works. The cycle. So I start playing, obviously, and I'm really interested in, I'm binging it, blah 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 blah. But then another game I like comes out, and then I binge that game. And
Why don't
then
you just like
I
eat
and
your
I forget
meals
some
and then move on to the
definitions.
next?
I forget how to play that game. That's what Xenoblade 2 is right now. Is another real big problem is I'm very bad at leveling. Like I do a lot of stuff under level. Like,
I do
I'm
that too.
terrible. Final Fantasy 15 is a JRPG that is in a very unique position for me. I've gotten to the end of that game, but I did not ever beat the final boss because I was so under level that I couldn't. I just can't hurt him, and I'm not saying that's because I cheesed every guardian before him, but
I definitely do that. I'm definitely a guy who gets to the final boss and I'm like, shit, I was unprepared, and then I'm like, well, I don't want to play
the
this anymore.
biggest problem is that I don't believe you're able to leave after you enter like the area where he
Yeah.
is. Like you physically
That's
cannot
definitely a
leave
thing.
the area.
That's legit almost happening with Persona 5. I thought I wasn't going to be able to beat it, and I was like, fuck, you can't, like, rewind time. Like, that's the whole point of this game. Like, you're just kind of stuck. I was like, shit. But I beat it, because I'm badass. Unlike Sam, who looked up the ending.
Well,
Do you feel satisfied?
I also looked up some other stuff. So, I mean, yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Well, you didn't even quit because you just said you didn't like it. Isn't that the sole reason you
It was-
quit it? You're like, oh, I don't
mean,
like
it.
it.
Wasn't that I super disliked it or anything? It was
You made
just-
it sound like you did not like it.
No, I wouldn't say I hated it or anything. It was just like I was playing through it and I was like, this is cool, but there's other games I want to play through right now. But yeah. So I ended up looking up the I guess I looked up the final boss fight and then I looked up character like unmaskings, I guess was the proper term.
Yeah.
Awakenings.
Yeah.
That's all I ever looked up. I still have like no idea how certain characters are involved, so I guess I could still play and not know stuff.
I mean, like, the end is like kind of
looked at the
expected.
little
There's just
ending
like shit that
cutscene.
happens in between in the story where you're like, oh fuck. Like the ending is like kind of
It's just a
expected.
level. Yeah.
Yeah, but like it's like the shit to get there. You're like, oh shit. you know.
Honestly, I liked a lot of the beginning palaces more than the end.
The
Me
end
too,
palaces, they
actually.
did feel kind of long, and I was like, I don't really care about this guy. Like, the first couple palaces, you're like, oh, this is a piece of shit. I'm gonna fucking murder this guy.
Exactly. Yeah, it feels very personal.
And like, yeah, the later ones are just like, well, this is a guy.
It's
I
like
kind of-
it's like that storytelling thing where it's like you can threaten an entire planet only X amount of times before people start caring in like big budget action movies.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh my gosh. Nugget.
Jake, I haven't heard much of your Persona 5 thoughts,
Jacob.
other than that you like it.
Well, part of it is that it's been a long time since I've played it, so like I wouldn't really want to.
I thought you were a recent guy like us. Did you play like
No,
on
I-
release or?
I bought it, well, fairly recently, but you know, I bought it when Joker came out,
Ah, okay.
so it's been like, you know, a while.
Yeah.
He came out what, in December of 2017? It's when he was announced, rather.
Oh, when he was announced,
So,
that was
yeah.
January or like December 2018.
It was December of yeah. So it's been, you know, over a year. And I bought it, and then I think
How long, like time
sat
frame, did
there
it
for,
take
like-
you to beat it? Like, what did you play through it a lot,
Like,
or did it take you a long time?
literal time, or like hours in the game.
Like literal time. Like, did it take you like a year, like me, or like?
Oh no, it took me like 3 weeks max.
Oh,
Probably
okay.
more
Wow.
more like 2 weeks.
Damn,
I,
okay.
I love JRPGs. It's one of my favorite things, and that was just such a good blend of everything that
yeah.
I really like in games. So it stuck with me really quick.
That's what's up.
You know what? I have a very long JRPGs I've never finished, I realize.
Yeah. Guess who
I-
recommended most of them to you?
Most of them, you mean all of them?
Yeah.
But I just remembered I never beat Dragon Quest. Does Pokemon count as a JRPG? Because then I've beaten a JRPG.
Literally yes, but like actually no.
I feel like JRPGs will be ruined for me after playing Persona, because most of the time I really do not like turn-based combat, and then Persona like makes it actually pretty fun and cool. And then now I'm gonna go back to Pokemon and be like, okay, Grookey, hit him with the stick.
I think there's lots of ways to make turn-based combat like really interesting, and people just haven't super explored it yet.
Yeah.
Like thinking like on Undertale. Like, are you familiar with all the Undertale
Yeah,
stuff?
where you don't have to kill people, right?
Well, like just the mechanics of the actual battles.
Yeah.
Like they did some really creative stuff there, and you know, whether you like or love or hate the game itself is whatever. But there's a
trying
lot
new
of
things.
interesting things. Yeah. And I think that there's room for that all the way across the board.
Not
I
in
think that's one
Pokemon, they
thing
don't gotta
that-
change anything. They'll still make $1 million every time, at least.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. Is I think that that's something that indie game developers are doing so much of a better job with, is making their games actually like dynamic and feel interesting. Where the AAA developers aren't really doing that so much. Like, there's a lot of catering, pandering to everybody. I know that you want to not like really make people feel bad, but you know, there's some degree where that's okay. Like you're gonna have characters that are mean. Like,
Yeah.
Going back to Animal Crossing, you
Yeah.
know, even if it's a cutesy game
You
with
gotta have
animals,
Mr. Rossetti, bro.
you can. Mr. Rossetti is freaking awesome.
He's the one who he literally scolded you for being a stupid.
Yeah, you're cheating.
Idiot.
Don't cheat. Like idiot.
Oh, mine was that you accident. Is that actually why he? Did you?
Yeah.
cheat?
Yeah, no,
That
it's
was
that's what the time skip was, right? He's like, don't do that
Yeah,
because
don't cheat.
resetting it is not fair.
No,
That's
oh.
why he's
Well, and it was
Those
like
young
if you quit
people
without
forgetting
saving,
to
right?
save.
Yeah, it is forgetting to save.
Yeah, but like,
first
doesn't it
couple times,
actually
like-
still save anyways? Like, it's just there to yell at you?
No, not in the GameCube one.
I thought that was a thing where it was like it actually still saved anyways.
No. No, it's
Just yelled
basically
at me at least.
what happens is when you load the game in the GameCube one, like, and this is probably not exactly how they did it, but when you open the game, they set a flag and they save it to say that the last time, like, the last thing you did was not saving.
Okay.
And then when you save and quit the game, it's like, okay, you saved, you're okay. So every time you quit the game without saving, he came and he's like, buddy, did you mean to do that? You can't do that, okay? And then eventually he like just held your character there in a rant that you couldn't get out of for like 5 minutes because it's like your punishment for trying to skip around and reload the game when things are supposed to be permanent. So
Gotcha.
it's just, you know, it's creative and cool, and I like it a lot. But
He yelled at me for always turning off my game without saving. That
It's
was
like the
all.
Yes.
PS4. The PS4 is Mr. Rossetti, where it goes if you turn it off incorrectly.
Sort of off topic, but also sort of on topic. Bossum started playing New Leaf recently, and
I saw that
he
on
tex-
Twitter after him talking
Yeah.
shit about Animal Crossing.
He texted me and he was like, "Why can't I make myself brown?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" Like, I guess I always took that for granted because like I'm white and like naturally my character's just gonna be like default like white guy or whatever.
Yeah.
But Bossum was like, I can't be brown. And I was like, that's weird. Like, they didn't even give you an option at the beginning of the game. He's like, no, like, I'm just white. And then he looked it up. Apparently, the only way to make yourself darker in that game is during the summer. You have to tan.
What the fuck?
Another alternative is that you can do like something called the quote-unquote me mask, and you can get like a black me character and then put on a me mask of them to make yourself darker.
Oh! Oh! What the?
Nintendo doing it right as always, kids.
Oh my god.
So, I had no idea that was a thing.
I mean, now that I think about it, it's definitely one of those things like Pokemon. You've been a white guy until you could actually like customize. Definitely, the first couple of Animal Crossings, yeah, the character customization was just like the clothes. Like you still had the generic villager guy. I've never thought about that. Yeah, there's just, I mean, people are still unhappy with the race options in Pokemon still, and it's just like two white guys, like a light brown guy, and then just fucking dark black dude. Like there's no in between for anybody who does not fit any of those three archetypes. Fit in 4 races in Pokemon.
to be fair to the Animal Crossing thing, like the original Animal Crossing, the way that you looked was determined by a personality quiz.
Oh.
So you didn't even have a choice. You just you were like, hey, yeah, I like trains, and then you like have a black eye for the rest of the game, and it's like, oh, I guess I know how that
I
is.
got hit by a
I
train,
like
that's why I like
trains.
them. Damn.
I like trains.
I like hip hop.
God, Jackson, I don't know why, but I keep thinking the stuff you're gonna say is gonna be worse stuff. Like you're gonna say, I like Hitler.
No, Jackson's changed since he's been to Germany.
Dude, I changed.
Dude, you change.
You changed. Have I told that story on the podcast yet?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so like, people who know me know that I get really weird at night, especially when I get tired. And that was no exception in Germany. It just took a little while for me to trust the people that I was with. And
You just get a little loose at night, that's all. You have a little fun.
Jackson never let himself get tired. The
So,
moment
like-
he comes up, boys, I'm sorry, I gotta go.
So like it took like a month, but I finally found like a group of people that I actually really liked and I really trusted and stuff. And then I started acting really weird and like saying like weird stuff at night. And one morning, like one of my friends told me, they were just like, Jackson, you changed. Like at night. It's like, yeah, I guess I
You
do.
change.
You changed.
I mean, that's always been like a meme, just like a thing. It's like, dude, Jackson late at night, like, he's a menace. It, like, fucking us playing Jackbox, like, it feeds and shit like that. Yeah.
My favorite is the laughter.
The laughter?
The laughter.
Jackson's laugh when he's so tired. He's just
Hey, I mean, sometimes, Corey, you change at night too.
I don't want
Do you
no
remember-
Choco Nips, is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah. You weren't even drunk or anything.
I was just laying there. I was just tired. I had like, that was when I was like omega sunburned. Like I was literally like a fucking fire truck. I was just in pain that whole night. I was just laying there. I was like, oh shit. I was
just saying also that like I haven't recorded videos in a really long time and I really wanted to, but also I haven't went back and watched any of my old videos in a really long time, partly because it's cringy for me because my editing is really bad, but also partly because all my videos are like 20 to 30 minutes long, and I don't know why I did that. That's like, no one's going to be paying attention long to that shit.
It's a new age. It's not acceptable anymore.
I promise, when I come back, I'll make like 5-minute videos, or like 5-minute weeklies.
That'll be dope.
That'll be enough.
I mean, obviously it's like, you're like, oh yeah, we don't have people coming over, but I think like, if you recorded something just like on your phone with like the first introductory ones when like, obviously for you, nothing's cool happening, but like for us, I don't know, it's like quarantine season, we're not doing anything, so day in the life of fucking you fuck faces hanging out at your house would be interesting, and then by the time we all get out, then it'll be time for a mix it up chance.
Fucking, I had a moment the other day where Isaiah and I were walking around outside and we were actually playing Pokemon Go together again.
Damn, I was wondering, I was gonna ask you about that when you were like, B-Dubs is in trouble or whatever. I was like, oh, you guys must have been playing then.
Yeah, dude, we actually I put a Charizard named B-Dubs in a gym, in a park, and then the park closed. So I'm not getting that Charizard back anytime soon.
Come home, Charizard.
But yeah, we totally had like a moment where Isaiah and Major both actually like they found a playground and they got on the swings and they started like acting really funny, and I was like, damn, I really wish I was recording this right now.
You could just go back to the OG days with the phone.
It just gave me Weekly's vibes.
Weekly's vibes.
Isaiah was like, dude, have you ever seen the loop-de-loop? And I was like, what? And he was like, that's when you like swing all the way around.
Oh. That would make me throw up if I did that.
Major was like, I don't think that's possible. And then Isaiah was like, I've done it before.
You just mess that up and you just fucking fall. Like gravity just comes into effect.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll get on it eventually.
You better.
That was a weird tangent.
I would watch the heck out of that, for the record. Like, not just the loop-de-loop, but like
the rest of Weeklies.
Just Isaiah fucking around at a park. My favorite Weeklies like footage is just Isaiah fucking just like a playground.
Yeah, that was also Pokemon Go. So.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted you to make weekly videos like the second you moved in with all those guys. I was like, now's the time.
Now's the time.
Yeah.
I have like a bunch of random ass videos just in general on my phone that I've taken. Like I have a video of us. I think we found a double rainbow outside of your house.
Oh yeah, we both recorded that. I think. I don't know where that footage is
Yeah.
on my phone though.
I recorded that. Isaiah cooked bacon one time, and he filled the entire house with smoke, and it made like the house look godly because all the light was shining through. I recorded that. I have things.
Just do like lost footage episode.
Lost footage. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Just like quick cuts of random shit that doesn't go together.
Hell yeah, dude.
I had that one lost footage video like forever ago because it was just like randomly it was like Jackson and Will at my house, and then there was like another part like I was hanging out with Andrew or something, and it was just like just found all this random footage. I was like, might as well put it up on the internet.
Yeah, that'd be sick to start editing and stuff again.
Hell yeah. Well, speaking of editing, I think that's the end of this one. So that's just a good mark for me later in editing. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hey, I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing on my Nintendo 3DS.
Now I have to get back to playing Resident Evil 3.
Dang. What about Doom?
I said it.
What about Xenoblade Chronicles 2?
Hey, what?
Anyways, back to the match. Thank you guys so much for watching on Twitch right now. We got a lot of people coming in and out, so thank you guys. If you're watching this on YouTube later, I promise I'm not going to be a fat fuck and be really slow. I uploaded one of the last one with Major and Jackson and Noah and Sam and Zaki Poo all in it. That one went on YouTube today. I'll get that one on Spotify and all that. Forrest randomly hit me up and he was like, I want to watch the PNTV podcast. And I was like, okay, sounds good. And he was like,
watch?
oh. Well, he was like, yeah, when do you do the podcast? And I was like, Thursdays at 8 usually. He was like, oh, I'll be at work, so I'll just listen to it later on Spotify. I was like, oh, okay. So now I have to be motivated to put it on Spotify so he has something to listen to.
Sweet.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Hell yeah. Sick nasty boys.
Spin to win, baby. Spin to win.
Win to win. Sam, let me play you
Also-
before we quit.
Okay.
Jackson, what do you got?
Also, if you guys are looking for single player games, I think I talked about this before, but you can do the SNES and NES games.